Hi, welcome back to another edition of the Coach's Corner. With me, as always, Clayton Wolford, and guest on the show this week, Isaac from the East West Football Network, a fellow brother of ours. Today, we'll be previewing the Cardinals versus Rams, the same John Wolford-led Rams. And it's a big game for you, Isaac. You know, you really need the Rams to pull this one off, being a Bears fan. So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm optimistic that the Rams could pull this off because I watched the San Francisco team that was beat up all around take down the Cardinals because Kyler is refusing to sit out with his leg injury right now. He's obviously not the same. They don't have a good running game right now. Their defense collapses at the wrong times. So, I mean, like, the Bears fan in me wants the Rams to win this, but it's going to be hard, with that quarterback change, Jared Goff breaking his thumb. The running backs, you don't know if Cam Akers is going to come back from his injury. Darrell Henderson was just placed on the IR. Cooper Kupp is out on the COVID list right now. So, I mean, they have a lot to play for, though, because if they lose this and the Bears beat the Packers, the Rams are out. And that's not something that they saw, a couple weeks ago. But, if they do win and the Bears win, the Cardinals are out. If the Cardinals win and the Bears lose, both the teams in this game are going to make it into the postseason.
Limping into the playoffs because both their quarterbacks, are hurt. I mean, I think Goff had the surgery. I think he would probably. I mean, he'll play in that wild card game regardless. But I mean, it almost even if, well, let's say the Bears lose to the Packers and both these teams are in there. Well, yeah, the Rams are coming off a loss at that point. You're feeling way more optimistic because you get Jared Goff back, and I mean, Kyler Murray will still be hurt, so it'll be really, really interesting to see. Clayton, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm actually just trying to pull up and do a quick look at Jared Goff, but everybody's talking about, well, they got to start the backup. Are we that sure that he's going to be that much worse than Jared Goff has played that late, as of late? I mean, this is a dude that got beat by the Jets. This is a dude that, granted he did break his thumb, but he was struggling last week. And you look at the past couple weeks, he's not gone for over the past 3 out of 4 weeks, he's not thrown for more than 250 yards, and he's past 5 weeks, he's had more interceptions than he's had touchdowns. So this is a guy that's kind of almost inhibiting the offense to a degree. So I don't know what the status of Cam Akers is. I know he's dealing with an ankle injury, but if Sean McVay could scheme up a good game on the ground and just get his quarterback to not turn the ball over, which that's what has been the issue with Goff right now, they got a chance. Isaac, I don't want to get your hopes up, but there's a chance here.
I know there's a chance, and I know McVay is a talented offensive genius, but if he's going to have two of his running backs out and he's going to have to only rely on Malcolm Brown and then maybe someone they bring up from the practice squad, along with Cooper Kupp and Jared Goff out, I don't know. I don't see this as a game that they're going to have like a great offensive day, but I believe in their defense because they have been one of the best defenses in the league this year. Aaron Donald is the favorite right now to win Defensive Player of the Year, and I think they can, disrupt Kyler and that Arizona offense. And the last time they played them, I think they said that the Rams got to him like 3 times. This Cardinals team since week 8 has not been the same Cardinals team. Ever since Kyler has got injured, they've been a different team. They haven't played as well. We've seen glimpses of, Kyler being the old Kyler, but then he doesn't have the wheels like he did because of the leg injury. He tried to run the ball last week. He, kind of tweaked his leg again. So without Kyler being that mobile QB, I could see the Rams winning this game solely because of their defense. Regardless of who makes it in, what 2 teams make it in, I don't see any 3 of these teams competing in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I agree with you, but just real quick, it would be Malcolm Brown, Xavier Jones out of SMU, and then Raymond Calais from Louisiana as
Well,
his backups.
the good thing is, though, when those guys come up, sometimes they have good games because no one has like a lot of tape on them. That is the one good thing.
I totally agree with you. I think Raymond Calais, if I'm not mistaken, he's a first-year guy, and if he went to Louisiana, I think they had like 3 like legitimately solid running backs, but we'll see. I think Malcolm Brown, regardless, will get the vast majority of the carries, but yeah, I think they're gonna have to find. They're gonna have to at some point. I think throw the football. And I mean they certainly have weapons with Higbee. You have Everett; those guys are healthy. But you also still, even with the COVID-19 with Cooper Kupp being on the COVID-19 list, you still have Josh Reynolds, who's a respectable receiver in his own right. Robert Woods, but you also have the rookie Van Jefferson, who I really like. I think he's a very good football player. So it'll be interesting to see, regardless. But I'm surprised that is Blake Bortles not healthy, or are they just wanting to stay away from Blake Bortles?
They just signed him off the Broncos practice squad, so they brought him in because he's familiar with the system.
Gotcha.
So, I think he's been cleared, but he hasn't spent as much time with the team as this current backup has. So,
gotcha. And I think Wolford, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he played pretty good football. I want to say was it the XFL or AAF? I don't remember which one, but that's still completely different than the NFL. Like, let's be honest here. But it'll be interesting to see, how well he's able to do. So
I know that when you look him up, though, you can find a LinkedIn post that says that he was in sales last year and not in the NFL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Great. Well, Kurt Warner was working at Hy-Vee, the same store I work at. So, and then, just casually won a Super Bowl. I mean, granted, there was some stuff that happened in between there. Don't get me wrong. Not saying that he's Kurt Warner by any means, but we'll see. Maybe this is Goss replacement. Who knows? But any final thoughts?
I think we said it all.
All right. Well,
the Bears fan in me desperately wants the Rams to win. That is my final thought.
Got a score prediction?
Score prediction. 14-13 Rams. Ugly
14, 13 Rams, ugly one. I like it.
Ooh.
Are you talking about
I like
a John Wolford QB sneak to end it, and then the extra point to win it?
I see it more as like Arizona misses the game-winning field goal.
That's awesome. All right, well, let us know in the comment section if we got anything wrong. Don't be afraid to let us know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bells, and thank you for tuning into the Coach's Corner.